Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one. So during the midweek Premier League, a lot of things happened. We did learn a lot about the teams that are competing in the league. So many things that we are gonna just try to review a bit and just talk about them a bit. So I wanna hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the performance we saw in the Premier League this week? And who of all the teams that you saw really impressed you? Because of course, there were a lot of people who were left at the games with so many questions that rather than answers. There are so many people who left angry. Now, I'm talking about Liverpool fans in the game, or maybe disappointed that we did not get the right. And there are also so many people who left the game so excited over how the Premier League looks like right now. I'm talking about you, Arsenal fans, because now your team is back in the title race, 7 points clear, 7 points behind Liverpool, and you're hunting them down, as well as Chelsea. So I'm gonna just try to talk about the things that we learned from all the games which were played, and maybe just hear what your thoughts are over the games and how the teams are playing, going over the matches and what exactly they're working on. So we're gonna do is gonna talk about all the teams, just giving you some few thoughts on what we learned. So do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the Connect if you haven't done that before, and we'll be there. By the way, the Football Connect LFC, we will not be dropping videos at all until the end of the season, but I'll be maybe some, not I can't confirm that not at all, but I want you guys to go like and subscribe, because that channel going forward will be using it 100% for the Liverpool LFC content. So you guys do that right now. Let's focus on the connecting this season and let's see where we go from. So Liverpool versus Newcastle. Of course, the game finished 3-3. It was an amazing classic. So many Newcastle fans are saying that they were robbed, but yet at the same time, Liverpool fans, we are saying that we were robbed because of what the referee was doing in terms of the decision making. Some of the games we saw our players being put down, but nobody's talking about that. They are also talking about what happened. The Van Dijk slap on Anthony Gordon, and that's saying that he went offline, but if we really go back, the masters of doing that are actually Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes, I remember there was a time he hit Jorginho, and that was something that has never been seen before in football. So everything is okay whenever it's done, if your player has done it, but if it's done against you, you want to eat the world. But anyway, that's not really what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is this: Newcastle are not over. Newcastle look like they are a team that are still rising. Of course, injuries have been a factor, but they are a strong team. They keep rising, and I'm telling you, the likes of Isak, Anthony Gordon, they are world-class players, and they will keep developing into becoming amazing players, and we just have to keep watching and see what they're doing, because they look like they're going to be amazing. On the Liverpool side, something good came out of the game against Newcastle. Of course, it was a disappointing with that they did not get the 3 points. First of all, the good thing that came out, it shows us that Liverpool are a fighter. They are a team that are here to fight. After 2-1, after the goal was scored to become 2-1 to Newcastle, nobody expected Liverpool to rise again, to come back, to even score, to go ahead. But they did. Of course, errors from the error that maybe the goalkeeper Kelleher did really costed us at the end of the day. But the sign that you're able to see the team rise out of nothing when it looks like they're about to fall down, that always gives confidence to any team or any supporter or any player who's watching the game, because they were able to fight back and they came back in the match. That is way more important than anything that we saw in the game. I'm telling you. And also, Salah is the truth. Whether you don't really respect him, you don't see him as what, this guy is putting up numbers in crazy in both scoring and assisting. He's like literally the guy who's holding Liverpool, and yet you still find the FSG not making decisions over his contract. Those are questions, but one thing that you have to respect, Salah is one of the best players we've seen out there. He keeps showing up when he has to. He keeps proving the world that he has something special, and until you respect him, you have to do something. You have to respect him for what he's doing. Ballon d'Or conversations should be had when it comes to him, because he keeps putting out the numbers. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts on that one as we move on. Arsenal versus Manchester United. So the game finished 2-0. All set pieces goals were scored by Arsenal. Arsenal were frustrated by United, a team that the manager has only managed 4 games, and that's his first loss. Of course, it was so frustrating. There was so many fights and a lot of things that happened in the game. But we learned something that was interesting in the game. Arsenal, they're really, really good in terms of set pieces. They are one of the best in the world. In fact, I think they actually passes stock what they're showing us in terms when it comes to set pieces and stuff. But one thing that I can also talk about, and I think this is really, really, really important. I feel like Arsenal has taken so much out of their game, their creativity, what they're able to do to break down teams, and they've put it all into set pieces that the players now only rely on set pieces. That the whole entire team, the whole entire staff only rely on set pieces. They will do everything that they can to get a set pieces. So there were incidents that they were even kicking the ball into the defenders of United so that the ball can go out. You can't tell me after building up an amazing attack, you go and waste your entire attack just try to get a set piece so that you can score a corner kick or a free kick, or try to pretend like you're injured to get a free kick. Because if that is all that Arsenal are going to be relying on from now on going to the end of the season, then I'm worried over them, because sometimes set pieces do dry out. I know they have this amazing formation and movement and what, but sometimes they do dry up. So I'm curious to see how they'll work on that, because I do believe they're a good team. I believe that they can work and go score something. United, there is a foundation that Amron is building, and it looks like it's gonna be an amazing thing, because everything, you can't tell me that only 4 games, lesser than 5 years that Mikel Arteta spent in this league, you have already proven in 4 games that you can go hand in hand, you can go exchange blow with a team that has been challenging for the Premier League title, and you have to force them to demean themselves to only rely on set pieces to get the game done. That tells you that a lot has been done. That shows you that there is something special that this team is building, and I cannot wait to see what happens over the game. Everton versus Fulham. This was an interesting game, because when you think about it, all the things that happened in this game demanded a fighting spirit, demanded the team to push themselves to the limit. But the interesting part that I saw in this game was, and I think we can talk about this, the interesting thing that I saw, that the confidence which was built by Everton beating Wolves by 4 goals to 0 is going to help this team to go forward. And I think building up this to the Merseyside derby for Everton, this is going to be a good thing that they need. The confidence that they've drawn out of the game, knowing that Liverpool dropped points, this is now making up the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park the more exciting one that I want to see. Because, of course, I don't want to see my little team lose, but I'm curious to see how they can take the form they've created and built against Wolf going forward. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes, and I cannot wait to see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section over that one. So, Tottenham Hotspurs loses to Bournemouth. How does that even make sense? I am really confused. The question that I'm now asking is that, is Ange Postecoglou the man for the job? Is it the guy that Tottenham Hotspurs needs to keep into the team to help them going forward? Because everything that I'm seeing from them right now, it gives so many questions rather than answers. What they're doing, how they're performing, how they are showing up in the game leaves so many questions that need answers, but we cannot answer them right now. So I'm curious to see how Tottenham rises from this, because I know in the big games they do rise, they do perform, but yet in these games that they are supposed to be picking up points to move up into the ladder, they keep losing. Somewhere they cannot perform the same way that they do. So all of those things are things that you put down there and you ask a question and you still cannot get an answer from. So it's going to be interesting to see how Ange Postecoglou, it's going to be interesting how the team itself rises from how they've also gone this low. So I'm curious to see how that goes. But all in all, people, this is an amazing time. We are enjoying the Premier League as we see it. I want to hear your thoughts. Oh, before I even go, Manchester City wins. It's been a while. Kevin De Bruyne is back into the team, scored twice, helped with an assist, I think. that helps the team. Pep Guardiola going under the run, I think it was 7 to 8 games without winning a game, coming back to winning ways against Nottingham Forest, a team that beat Liverpool. For me, I believe that gives confidence to Manchester City, that knowing that they can come back. Now they've already cut points because Liverpool dropped points. How does that help them to go forward? How do they build from there going forward? All of those are the questions that we ask next. But one thing that you can be proud of, back to winning ways helps the team to build something, chemistry. They needed to remember that winning feeling. Pep Guardiola has been working on that. We've been told of rumors that he has spent an entire time in his office trying to find ways to make City play again. And now that they are winning games, that helps him as well going forward. So I'm curious to see what happens over the Premier League going forward during the weekend. Of course, there are games that are going to be played, but with what we've seen, with the foundation which has been created already, we are enjoying football to the fullest. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, the best way you support it. I'm out. I'll see you on another one. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.